Buenos días, buenas tardes o buenas noches, depende en la hora. Soy señora Bem, la profesora de español y de este curso. Ahora voy a explicar cómo debes pasar o trabajar por este curso para tener éxito. Ah, pero voy a explicar en inglés. All right, so I want to explain to you briefly how to best work through this course in order to be the most successful and really learn the Spanish rather than be able just to complete assignments quickly without owning kind of the content and the skill and ability to communicate, which is our overall goal. Now, I'm working in Spanish 1 right now, but what I'm going to explain is the same whether you're in Spanish 1, 2, 3, or 4. So when you first get into your course, you're going to land on the updates page. This is an extremely important page because it tells you what's going on. This is this is just like me standing here in front of you in a classroom, telling you what's going to happen for that day, that week, kind of what's the goals, how to organize everything. So this is kind of a announcement out to the class, okay? What you will always find at the very top is what's expected of you for this week. There'll usually be a video right here, which is what there is right now, but I'm making it, as well as where to go to look in which folder you're working on for this week, and my contact information. Best way to contact me is through email, and this number you can call me at or text me, whatever you feel comfortable with. There's also my suggested schedule, which we're going to see a couple different places. And the idea is that I want you to be working over time, not just in 1 or 2 days. All right, so I've suggested a good way to kind of spread out the work so it doesn't look like you have to get through everything at once. And the idea is that there are assignments or content that I want you to be working on each day. Some things do last over multiple days. For example, discussions. So when you come in, you'll see like here, I'm asking you to start a discussion that is expected for you to be working on through the end of the week. And you'll also see that there are little reminders in here over a couple of days as well, okay? To get to everything, you need to go into materials. So just click on that. Oh, one more thing that I wanted to explain. Over here is the upcoming, which is related to the suggested schedule that I have provided here. Do not go into content through there. You'll see that only right now one of them is hyperlinked and the rest are not. That's because it's not open to you and you have control how to open it, and I'll explain that in just a moment. However, once you have opened something and you need to get back to it, this is a good way to get to it directly. There's also another way to get to it. So in materials, you'll see once again, here's our information and resources. You will need to go into this for sure this week, and then after that it's there just for you to refer back to as needed. Again, you can also find my contact information. This is the hyperlink to a calendar to schedule time to meet with me directly virtually. You can also see it directly down below. Notice I have a lot of things available today or on Thursday if you're watching it today. Next to that is the Materiales de Semestre Uno. This is where all of the content is and all the work and the assignments that you'll need to get to. Okay, so you'll see that there's a chevron here that can be opened up so that you can see what's inside there. Right now there's not very much because we're only in the first week, but this is also a way to get into folders once you've started into them. But for right now, I'm going to have us just go into through the link itself, Materiales de Semestre Uno. Apologize how slowly my computer is working right now. So in here, you can see when things are due and kind of what our goal is. Technically, everything is due on Sunday. However, like I said before, I do want you working on it throughout the week. So from here, I'm going to click directly on the title of the folder again. Once again, you can see this chevron, which does open it up. So once you started in it, you can just plop back in where you left off. Another place you can find that is here on this first, once I first clicked into the folder, I can scroll down and see everything. And like I said before, everything is not, the hyperlinks are not active yet, and you're going to be able to activate them once you have clicked on next. This is how you're going to move through. So notice the first page, you're going to see it twice, only because it is open when you first go into the folder and then you're on the page itself. And the reason I do that is because there's a lot of good information on this page. It is larger. However, it includes a list of items that if you're better with lists, you could use this to say, okay, have I completed what I need to complete? Oh, it froze. Fudge nuggets. Okay, or it also has the calendar that's spread out over the week. I actually use something like this for myself, in which I have things kind of spread out over the week as I need to get things done. So choose what works best for you. If you're a part-time student in particular, and you already have a planner that you're using, I recommend that you transfer this information into that planner so that all of your work is together and you don't forget about this course. All right, make sure that there's a video that you're watching any videos on these pages. Now, and then to get started into the course itself, you need to click Next. All right. If at any time you click on a hyperlink somewhere or you get the error message that says private access only, the only way you can get around that is by clicking Next to try and access the content, not clicking on a page at random. So sometimes hyperlinks will occur, but if you've not gone through the content that's prior to that assignment, you're going to get a private access only. And all that means is go back to where you had originally left off and take notes, read through, watch, complete any other materials that you need to do in order to be prepared to complete an assignment. Okay, so that's up to you. All right, so on that, the suggested schedule that I showed you, excuse me, like I said, it does say that things are due day by day. In Schoology, I will also have that suggested date that I want you to complete it by in there. Schoology will automatically mark things late if they're not submitted on that day. However, I ignore that late label because I can't remove it. So do not worry about it. I want you to get everything turned in. No need to let me know if you turned it in, especially if you turned it in before that Sunday, because I will find it and I'm not really technically looking for it all until the end of the week. And I do include through Sunday because some of you need to have that more flexible schedule. With that, our attendance, for those of you who have been with us before, it has changed. Those of you who are new, this is a much better system. It's an all or nothing for the week. So we're not looking that you're logging in every day. It's highly recommended that you're working 5 days a week, but we understand that with other schedules and things, sometimes maybe 3 days a week is when you can get it done. So I'm looking for 2 quality attempts at assignments are submitted. So that you've actually taken some time with it. That will count towards attendance for the week, 5 days, or you are maintaining a C or better, which is 70%. So the attendance will be on Thursdays, and if you are not doing one of those two things, then you'll notice that after the fact, you'll be marked absent from that Thursday through the previous Friday. And that's our work week. All right, now this is the best way to work through. Like I said, keep moving next till you're done with that week. You can always go back, redo any work that you would like to do better on or learn better, and make sure that you stay in contact with me, okay? I am here and I want to hear from you. Okay, I hope that this helped y vamos a aprender español.